What's up, guys? Lyle Barnett at Modern Racing here today to introduce you to our new steering wheel builder feature on our website. We created this feature so that you, the racer, can visualize what your steering wheel is going to look like before it arrives on your doorstep. Today I'm going to walk you step by step through this process, and we are going to create a wheel just like I use in my NHRA Pro Modified. So without further ado, let's get started. So this is the 13-inch drag wheel from MPI, the exact one that I use in my NHRA Pro Modified. Standard 3-button setup, trans brake on the right, bump and line lock on the left. I'm going to walk you through how to build one just like this right here. Alright, here we are on the steering wheel builder page. Brief description over here to the right about what we got going on. If you scroll down, find the click here to begin tab. Each one of these tabs are a prerequisite for the next, so it makes it where you can't skip anything. You literally have to answer every one of these in order to move on. A couple options to get started. We have a Make It Easy where we fully assemble the wheel, or the DIY kit where we send you all the parts and pieces and you assemble it yourself. Today we're going to make it easy and let us assemble it. Next, would you like to purchase a new wheel? Obviously we are a dealer and stock the MPI wheels here. You also have the option to send in your own wheel and we can assemble it, wire it, and then send it back to you. Today we're going to buy a new one. We have three options. The MPI drag 13, 12, and 10-inch wheels. The one we're going to build today is a 13-inch. Now for your button layout, several different options here. For my bottom left, I prefer a green momentary for my bump. Three options when it comes to sealing it: hard glue line, epoxy seal, or as I prefer, the ThermoFit heat shrink boot. For the bottom right, I do not run a button. The right side of my wheels for the trans brake only, which we will get to in just a second. So I'm going to choose none for the bottom right. For the top left, I use a red momentary for my line lock, also with a ThermoFit heat shrink boot. And for the top right, my all-time favorite, the Biondo 00 trans brake button. And for that one, you need to epoxy seal it. You have the option here to add some extra buttons. So down here in these small holes, even underneath your left and right, whether your trans brake's over here, line lock and bump like me, you can add little radio buttons. If you're a bracket racer, you can add bump up and bump down buttons. I don't need anything else, so I'm going to choose no. For your curly cord, obviously none at all, just the cord. Or for this one, we are going to do the premium kit, which is the curly cord with the connector and the boots. Do you want a flying lead? We can wire this up to where when you get it, it is ready to literally just be wired into your respective ECU or what have you, however you're wiring this thing in. And that is with DR25 and labeled. Do you want a billet steering column mount? So these DTs, we have created a steering column mount that holds the connector in place on the bottom of the steering shaft. Something that I like, and we have that in both 1 1/8" and 1 1/4". Extras and add-ons. Do you want button labels on the wheel? This is free, so I would suggest doing it. Here, type in what you want. Just keep in mind that the way that you spell it on here is the way that we are going to spell it. So be sure that you spell it right, or spell it the way you want it. Some of you may want to be funny. Just like that, my caps lock was on, so trans brake. Line lock. And bump. Here you're going to choose where you want to put them. My bottom left is going to be my bump. Nothing on the bottom right. Top left, line lock. and top right is trans brake. We are obviously here to answer any further questions that you have about the steering wheel builder process. It's pretty simple, and like I said, we did this so that you could visualize what your steering wheel will look like before it ever shows up to your door. Should you have any more questions, you can call us here at the shop at 704-576-7337, and we look forward to working with you.